Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the RayNeo X3 Pro again, and it's going to be a little bit different because I actually have the glasses taped to my camera right now so you guys can see what the glasses are going to see, and we're going to do a deep dive of the UI. I did get some feedback on the review that I didn't show enough of what it actually looks like looking through the glasses, and so today I have the glasses taped to the camera and we'll run through it. We'll go through the home screen, the interface, and just kind of what everything looks like, and hopefully everybody will be able to get a good understanding of how they look. But without further ado, let's jump into it. My name is Okay, so this is going to be our layout, and you can see I'm in my vertical mode because I had to set the phone up that way. But if I go ahead and switch over to screen copy, you'll see that this is how the RayNeo X3 Pro looks when you're first, like, you turn it on the screen, you just boot it up, and here you are. So if you left click from here, you'll turn on the AI. It'll start its call.
Hey there.
What's the weather today? That might be too far away. What's the weather today?
The weather today in Colorado is partly cloudy with a chance of snow. Temperatures are ranging from 18 to 33 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, yeah, so that's how the AI works. And if you were in here and you wanted to do the
Good morning.
like
Hey there.
video
Location
portion,
is
you
available
just swipe
and
to
you're
the
in
right,
Colorado.
you can open the
How can
video,
I help you?
swipe to the right again, and you can turn off the subtitles. Now from here, if you wanted to do anything, one of the like typical reused functions is going to be the tap and hold on the right hand side. And what that's going to do is open up this window, and from here you can go back to the home page, you can access your quick toggle settings, you can change your brightness if you want. AR capture is to take a quick picture, and so I can do that really quick. You get a nice little timer in your view, and then boom, took the picture. And from there, back in the quick settings, you can also set up AR recording, and that's kind of what I showed in the full review, where I'm recording what the screen sees as well as through the camera, and it kind of overlays them. Then you can do the volume settings, which are also accessible on the right hand or left hand side. The temple, when you swipe on it, it'll turn up and down the volume. You can access Do Not Disturb here, and you can turn on sleep mode. I think I'm going to turn on Do Not Disturb just so we don't get any random notifications while we're doing this. But to go back, the typical action gesture is double tap on the right hand toggle, so tap tap. Now if I swipe to the right from that screen, which is the one that you first see when you turn it on, now you can see your applications. And so we'll go through each of these, but you can just kind of see how they work. And that's like a tap and scroll motion. And then the camera. So this is a good one to be able to kind of see what I was talking about before. Now I have tape over the camera right now, so you won't be able to really get a good look at it. But if you see this blue square right here, I have some blue painter's tape on it. That's going to be your preview of what the camera can see. And so in the review, I talked about how you can kind of frame your image a little better than you could with like the Meta glasses, for example, because you're actually able to see what the camera's seeing.
Okay, so you can see, if I can get this line back up, that kind of shows how the preview works. And if I swipe up, that takes me to my camera settings, and I can choose if the preview is on, and I can change the duration of the camera recording, and it's up to 9 minutes and as low as 15 seconds. Now this does eat through your battery, so that's why they have it limited, but yeah, I figured
Now I can go over to the album where I can see the different things that are already available. And so if I wanted to swipe into here, I can click on this random cat and just kind of put that in my view. And so again, double tap to go back. Okay, now from here, you can head over to the album, which is the same, so we'll skip that. But you can also do AI recording. And so what AI recording is just kind of be ambient recording, kind of like voice notes or anything. It can also use your phone to record if you choose to do that. You can make to-do lists with your voice, so you can create a to-do. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. Pick up the kids. Okay, so I have to get really close to it because normally it would be on my face, but you can see it created the pick up the kids, and I can confirm the creation, and now my to-do is created. And I can see down here that when it's done, if I want to swipe down, I can go click, and that would be a swipe down and then a tap and then another tap. And it says double tap to return. And again, that's going to be the same everywhere. So now you can check out the settings. These are the non-quick settings. And so in display settings, you can work your auto brightness. You can toggle the display brightness and do swipe motion. You can set your auto lock. Now, I wouldn't recommend bumping this up too much just because the battery life isn't that great when you have the screen on for a long time. So I would probably max out at 30 seconds. But you can also control your sound settings here. And so the sound settings, this is the one that really matters, sound quality. And so you have a couple options. There's surging, whisper, and standard. Standard is going to be like your normal daily use, but I honestly keep it on surging, and you're more likely to let other people around you hear it that way. If you really wanted to make sure no one else could hear you, you'll use whisper, and then you can turn on silent mode if you choose. And obviously you have your volume slider here. Now under general, it just kind of shows some of your information in here, so you can look at the about section to see your different information. And yeah, then you can come into network setup. And if you already had your phone paired, this is where you would come to like remove your phone connection, maybe get a different one, connect to Wi-Fi via QR code. You choose your time format, can activate do not disturb. And so this is kind of an important one depending on how you like to interact with your device, but natural movement versus like unnatural movement. And so, you know, depending on which way you want it to move, you'll be able to toggle that. I like to keep it on the natural movement. And then there's a beginner guide, show you how everything works, and you can factory reset. From there, we can go over into app settings, and you can see just a bunch of different things in here. Just uninstall things from here. So if I needed to get rid of, you know, any of these applications, I would be able to just pop it out. And so I guess I can do that with this one. This was like a tester one that I developed. And so if I wanted to uninstall it, just boop, uninstall, and then it's gone. Double tap again to leave. And I misspoke a little bit on this one under general. This is just network stuff. It's not phone things. The phone goes under device connections. And so you can repair from here. But I'm going to leave it for now. And then you can go to AppLab features. Now this is if you want to sideload your applications, you need to have this turned on. There's also media. So if you were playing something on your phone and you wanted to control it from your glasses, you'd be able to do that from there. Now, translation is a big one. When you come into the translation app, you're able to see in here, it can do a couple different versions, right? So if you tap, you open the settings and you set your receiving language and the translation language. Now you can also go down to translation or face-to-face audio. And so this one is theoretically supposed to focus on the person directly in front of you and kind of ignore any other ambient sound. I've felt like that one is a little harder to get right. If the person has to talk kind of loudly and be looking directly at you, but I keep that off when I'm using it. Granted, I haven't used it a whole lot, but you can turn on the subtitles and turn them off. And then you can choose how big you want your font size to be. Those are the settings for translation. Now there are voice, scan, and live. I don't speak any other languages besides English, so I can't really show you guys that right now, but check out the review. We did a little test on that. And then map, that's a good one. May not be able to show this just because I don't want you guys to see where the house is, but I'll go ahead and pull it up. And so from here, when you're in it, you can search for your destinations. It uses your voice. So let me go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay, so when you do your search, you can see it will show you the near ones closest to you, right? And so what I can do, I'll just let the screen time out, is tap to select it. And then I'm going to say I'll walk it. And then I can see it shows me exactly where to go. And I can just start walking. You can see I have a little map HUD. Shows me how far, what time I'll arrive. That's good to go. Okay, now notifications is a pretty big one that you'll use. You can just kind of see the different notifications that you had pop up in your glasses. Phone,
Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. Now, AppLab is where your third-party side-loaded apps go. And so if you click into AppLab, you can see these are the ones that I have right now. So I have the Aurora Store, Nova Launcher, Up to Down, Visor, and Gbucks. And then I also loaded the RayNeo AR application into it. I was just doing some experimenting there. Now, I haven't got to use Alipay. That's just not something that's really supported in my area, but if it is supported in your area, you can scan the QR codes with the Alipay app and pay for things, which is cool. BeatSpace is a game. It comes on the glasses standard. I can't really I guess I can try to show it. I can't move too much, but let's give it a shot. So BeatSpace is one of those 3 Degrees of Freedom games where you basically just have to kind of look around and hit the buttons. So I'm going to grab the phone, and you can see as I turn it, my little guy is moving. See? And you're able to kind of control it and navigate, and your goal is to kind of hit these different types of beat things that are in here, but I can't do it while I'm playing or while I'm recording like this. And these are some applications that I'm testing for other people, so I won't jump into those ones. This is the Slam sample. It probably won't work since I have my camera covered actually, so let's leave that. But the Slam one is a good one to test out just how that like 6 degrees of freedom works. And so it would place something, a bunch of little dots in your environment, and you can kind of walk around them and stuff. Okay, so this is the Slam sample. You can see there's things all around. And if I walk over to this one, see, I can walk around it. I can crouch down, look underneath it. Very cool. So that one's a good one to try out. I highly recommend it if you get the glasses. Let's see. Dragon Master is a new one. While that loads, I can kind of just talk to what Dragon Master is. So basically, it puts a little dragon in your environment with 3 degrees of freedom, last I checked, and basically you can like talk to it. So it uses some AI capabilities to kind of hear what you're saying, and you can interact with your little dragon. I haven't played with it too much, but hopefully we'll be able to see it kind of here. So tap the temple to start. Hello, little dragon. Yeah, and that's about it. He just kind of like hangs out and you talk to it. All right. And then we already went through TapLink. So that's basically everything inside here. The only other thing of note would be when you're on your main screen like this, if you swipe back, it'll take you to your notifications. All right, that's the deep dive to the RayNeo X3 Pro UI. Hopefully that was useful for somebody. Definitely appreciate you sticking around this long. If you haven't already, hit the like button on this video and jump into that subscribe section, because we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think last I checked, we were almost to 900. So definitely appreciate everybody who's signed up so far. If you're not already, definitely come join us. Check out some more awesome tech reviews. But my name is Connor. This is Where the Informal Tech Reviews, and we'll see you next time. Peace.